Who the fuck you know been a slave? Dead ass. In your lifetime. In your lifetime. Not your ancestors or your moms. Your lifetime. Have you ever met an actual cotton picking slave? I want to hear that shit.
Yep. My nana, and my grandfather, the ones that raised me, they were slaves early on.
You paid for it?
I'm sorry.
So how old was your nana?
My nana died. She was about 94, 95.
So I believe that. So she was an unpaid slave. Correct?
Correct. And the stories about her parents and their parents.
Yeah, so that is a rare sight. A lot of people don't get to meet unpaid slaves because a lot of people don't live to be 90 years old. At all.
My point, Brandon, is that I feel like you just deserve more. I understand you're comfortable with making $500 every 2 weeks.
Nigga, what do
I understand you making $500 every 2 weeks is enough for you, but I don't feel like it is enough when we just sit here and broke. So what's the argument? In one hand, you feel like you get enough,
I don't deserve more money for a job that doesn't require shit. That's the argument. No, nigga. No. That's like paying a Walmart greeter who does nothing but sit on their ass all day and wave $1,000 a week. No.
Yes.
No. Because
that is the first person you see when you walk in the door. That's the person that sets the tone for the whole store. To be honest with you, the first person you see when you enter, the first person you see the last person you see when you leaving.
Bro.
Minimum, they deserve $1,000. That's minimum.
People you ask to pay this are not the government. These are actual people who bought these businesses. If that was the case, they would go buy robots to do that shit because it would be cheaper. They would put motherfuckers like that out, and you wouldn't have a job at all. Why the fuck? Because I'm thinking about it. I bought a business. You're telling me you want me to pay you $1,000 a week just to wave at a motherfucker? You're not gonna do nothing else but wave, hi, and goodbye. All right, I'm gonna put a sign. Fuck that. I'm gonna put a.
And see, that's what you're not understanding. They definitely do more. They're talking. They're cleaning. They're cleaning carts. They're sweeping. They do whatever that's needed to be done. If they needed to, if they are needed on the line, they gotta switch positions. So that's just not what they do. When you're hired for a business, it's called cross training, I believe. When you're hired for businesses like that, they cross train you, okay? And in that cross training, that's cross training you for every position that they have.
We're not talking about cross training. We're not talking about that.
But that's the reality of today. That's the reality. You can't leave that out.
Okay, let's say even then. Yes, you're on the line, nigga. You do nothing but scared of fucking. You do nothing but scared of fucking food.
At the end of the day, I feel like you deserve at least $1,000.
No, bro. The only reason you're saying that is because you want these people to survive off of minimum wage.
Yes, I want you to be able to survive off of your labor. If you want to go to work every day, and yes, I want you to be able to survive off of it. Yes.
Nigga, get a career. That is what careers are for. Not no fucking minimum wage job. That's what I'm saying. They have jobs that people survive off of. Those are careers. And nothing you have said is a fucking career. So no, you don't deserve a salary. You don't deserve a pension. You don't deserve really nothing because, nigga, you're doing the bare minimum.
So you don't deserve nothing?
But the bare minimum. Now, if I was breaking my back, if I was doing actual hard labor, and I know what hard labor is because I used to do that shit, then hell yeah, I would feel like it. That's why
like what? What was hard labor?
Oh my God, anything outside in the sun right now is hard labor. This shit is in the hundreds of degrees down here in Arkansas. So if you're outside, and like they have a few factories like the windmill, and not the windmill, the windmill, it's not an actual windmill, but it's a wood mill, and they chop up wood, like shit it to the saw and chops it up and shit. Those motherfuckers, I heard they're getting paid good though. So they're getting paid, and they get paid weekly. They're getting paid what they're worth. But you gotta see what they're doing.
And that's how much is that?
It's a lot of jobs out here that pay you what you're worth. But at the same time, it's a lot of people that feel like regular fucking workers who don't do the bare minimum deserve more money. No. You're not. Why do you deserve that? You didn't put no work in for nothing. That's a handout. No.
I'm not saying there aren't good jobs out there. And I understand what you're saying about the career thing, but even then, not everybody's life is set up to where they could just easily start a career. You know, it's not that easy for everyone.
That's the whole point of the
and
money
at the end of the day, if you have to get a job at McDonald's, at these normal jobs, you should be able to sustain yourself off of them. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
like, I don't know what you're saying. We just did the math with your own situation, Brandon. You have $15 in your pocket, and you sit up here arguing with me like you are okay with the amount of money you get paid, and you screaming about a hustle. But even with this hustle, your profit is only going to be $100. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking about? When you're about to go 2 weeks, you just sat here and told me you only eat one good meal every 2 weeks, and you are okay with that.
You know what I mean by a good meal?
You okay with that? But are you okay with that? Please answer that question. Are you okay with eating one good meal every 2 weeks?
With what I'm working with? Hell yeah.
All right. Well, I have no more questions.